We've got the actual camera and the case, and you can see the case is falling apart. This, like, the threads just rotted away. I'm gonna have to have a look at that. And just get the camera out and just you see the case is in pieces. I'm gonna have to have a look at this later on. You see there all the stitchings falling apart. Use it as a camera. Okay, turning it back to the case. This is going to be a bit more work involved because you can see the stitchings has just rotted away. You see here, you can literally just pull the thing apart. I think this is just over the years the stitchings just rotted away, and when you put the camera in it, obviously inside the case, it'll just disintegrate. So what I'm going to do now, see if I can stitch this back together. I've been having a look at a few videos on the internet on leather stitching. I think this type of stitching is called box stitching. So I'm going to attempt it. First I've got to get rid of these old threads which have rotted. I'm just going to pick them off. This is the top lid's side cover. I'm just picking away the stitching, as you can see there, and it's coming away fairly easy. Okay, right, so let's get these last bit of stitchings off, and then I've managed to purchase some leather stitching thread which is waxed. You can see me just starting to repair the one of the side panels of the top cover with brown wax thread. Fortunately, it's still got a stitching hole, so I'm just going to see if I can use those. Let's get the needle through there. And I'm going to have to use a rubber glove here just to pull the needle through because my fingers are sweaty and I can't pull the needle through. So like I said, this is just a start. I think you're supposed to glue these in before you start stitching them, glue the piece in place, but I couldn't find any glue on this, so I'm just going to stitch it straight without gluing it. Here you can see I've just made a start, got the two holes stitched, and I'm just going to use a bit of sellotape to hold it in position while I start the stitching. Like I said, I've never done this before, leather stitching, but I've looked at a couple of videos on the internet, and I'm going to attempt it. Let me just fast forward this section because it takes ages. Well, it took me a long time anyway. You can see me just stitching the top section. Just speed this section up. And like I said, this is called box stitching apparently. You can see I've started to make progress once I've got the hang of it, and I've got quite a lot of this to do because the other side's broken and part of the front cover. You can see me just finish off, just doing one of the corners here. Just pull it tight. Okay, I've pretty much finished, so all I've got to do is cut these ends off. That's the one side of the top cover, stitch back up, and then you just use a bit of heat to melt the thread so they don't untangle, and it tucks them out the way nice and neatly, like so. I'm pretty satisfied with that. So I've got to do the other side of this top cover, or the lid, as well as the side panel. See this section here, it's also rotted, so I've got to remove all the thread from, all the rotten thread from that as well as this front section here, side panel here, sorry. And this side panel with the cover seems intact. Okay, so let me just fast forward. See, I've got both sides of the top cover, or the lid of the leather cover stitched there. Like I said, this side's alright with the cover. But this panel's completely rotted, the thread, so what I've got to do exactly the same, just to remove all of the old thread and rethread it. And here you can see me just making a start here on this side panel. And same again, I've just used a bit of sellotape to hold it in position while I'm started the stitching. So I've done both sides now. All I've got to do is cut this thread off, and let me show you there. It's the complete thing stitched up. Took ages, but I've managed to get it done. And then all I'm going to do now, use my heat gun just to get rid of the wax on the thread, and as you can see, it'll make the thread darker also. As you see there, as it gets hot, it melts the thread and makes it darker. See a little close up there. Pretty proud of that, considering I've never done it before. Right, I've put the camera inside the case. This panel is to wind the camera up, as you see there. So it's just a matter of taking it back out. This is how it falls apart because the stitchings was rotten. So when you put the camera in or take it out, it totally disintegrates. But I've managed to stitch it back together. Okay, so with that, thanks for watching once again. And please subscribe.